Welcome to the Leo Leadership Training and Symposium. My name's Angela Lee. I'm the president of Leo District 4C4, and I'll also be your MC for this event. So thank you all for coming. Also, we'll be recording the Zoom meeting, and after the symposium's over, we'll be sending you the recording as well as our slide deck for the meeting, so you'll be able to access all of the links and everything on there. So even though we don't have a chat, and we won't be able to send everyone the links during the meeting, you can still access it. Yeah, sorry, my voice, but you can still access everything after. So also we have some guests with us today. So we have guests from our neighboring district, Leo District 4C4, and we also have Lions District Cabinet members, sorry, 4C6, and we also have Lions District Cabinet members. And thank you all for joining us. And I also, hello. So I also have this really pretty bell. Look at this is amazing. I have this really pretty bell with me today, and I'll ring it to start the meeting. Yeah. So this is the agenda for our symposium today. I was originally going to send the link to the Leo District website so you can also access it on there, but I can try reading out the link maybe. I don't know if that will work. But yeah, we'll also be showing the agenda various times throughout the meeting. So if you need a reminder for what's on there, we'll be showing that a lot. So the first thing on our agenda is the invocation, which I'll be giving. So let us bow our heads in prayer. Dear Lord, as we gather here tonight, let your presence be with us. Thank you for keeping us safe and healthy through such a tough year. Thank you for all the talented and dedicated club members and for their great generosity. Please bless all the Lions and Leos alike, and bless the services and projects we've opened our eyes, we've started, and those that we will start. Dear Lord, please open our eyes to see where the needs are and be with us wherever we go. Give us wisdom and strength. Bless all the willing hearts and helping hands. Protect us from viruses and other disturbances. Please keep us safe while we reach out to people in need. Let your love shine through us. All the prayers above are done in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. So next we'll be singing the song God Bless America together, and we'll be playing the video with the lyrics for the song. So everyone, if you can, please unmute and sing along. Oh,
America, land that I love, and beside her and guide her through the night with light from above. From mountains to the prairies, through the oceans wide with snow. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Oh. All right. So now we'll be having the Millbury Leo Club President, Daphne Situl, lead us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise if you can for the Pledge of Allegiance and place your hand on your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Leo Daphne. Now we'll be having Leo Alyssa Chu, a Leo District Board Director, to introduce District Governor Fanny Chu.
District Governor Fanny Chu was born in Hong Kong and went to college in Minnesota and New Orleans. She lived in New York and Chicago and now lives in San Francisco Bay Area as a global realtor, speaker, and NAR designation instructor. District Governor Fanny is also a columnist, guest, and host of Chinese real estate radio and TV programs. She has also held leadership positions in multiple trade and volunteer organizations. District Governor Fanny is blessed with a great family. She has a daughter, Melissa, which is the past New Century Lions Club president, and her family now lives in Seattle. She has a son, Victor, past Leo Club president, and family that now lives in Southern California. District Governor Fanny and spouse, Joseph, are proud grandparents of Violet, Maverick, and Diven. Volunteerism is a major part of Fanny's life, an active Lion with SF Chinatown Lions Club since 1991. She has served and recognized in many Lion leadership achievements. Fanny is a LCIF Melvin Jones, Don Stanaway, and Helen Keller Fellow. Her most gratifying achievement is in training, becoming the LCIP graduate and an LCI Lion certified instructor in 2019. Will you all please welcome our 2020-21 District 4C4 Governor, Fanny Chu.
Hello, welcome, my fellow Lions and my fellow Leos. I cannot tell you, well, the description there did not tell you my affiliation with the Leos. I started volunteering for Lions Club as a Leo advisor because I started off with my children joining as Leos, and I have to drive them over there. So I might as well volunteer. So I challenge you, ask your parents also to join as Lions. And I also know that as Leos, you know, what attracted me in the beginning, as probably you are too, is the LEO. You all know what it is because I can see that you have organized this symposium extremely well. You have covered the leadership, the experience, and the opportunity portions of it. So I'm so proud of you. It started off with such a well-organized symposium, beautiful graphics, you know, so I cannot tell you how proud. I feel like I am a parent, you know, yes. And then so I can tell you because my kids were Leos. Okay, so and then but you know, they don't listen to me, you know, as parents. But so I urged you to attend MD4 events, attend Lions international events, because then you get to network, experience all the Leos globally. And that's when you all of a sudden see that, oh, I am one of a large, huge family. But I want to stop talking because you have such a great agenda ahead of you. And I cannot tell you how proud I am of all of you. And I can see all of you are great leaders. And I will be looking forward to many great things happening to you. I set my alarm for 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, District Governor Fanny. Now we'll be having Lion Nina, the Leo District 4C4 advisor, updating us on the state of the Leo District.
Took me a while what the mute button is. Hi, everyone. I'm Nina. So it's been a really exciting experience working with this awesome board of Leo officers. And the Leo District 4C4 actually has not been very active for the past several years. So it was a rebuilding and reactivating process for this group of Leo officers. So we've figured out all the active Leo clubs and then gathered everyone together. At the same time has pushed out a lot of exciting programs, which I'll get to in a minute. So right now there are 11 active clubs. There are some more that are going through reforming process. So we're really looking forward to more Leo clubs joining us, joining this really big, exciting family. So here are the 4 executive officers, and we have a quite expanded district board, and then this is from one of the district meetings. So they actually have bi-weekly meetings pretty regularly now. And the next meeting is on March 11th from 7 to 8 p.m. It's very hard to figure out a time that works out for all these busy teenagers. So these are really amazing people. And then it's really impressive and how much work they're putting into this district, and then how much activity they have brought out. The Leo website is also new, and it's been active for a couple months now. We have finally assigned a custom website to the district so that it's easier to remember. As Angela was mentioning, here is the website. You guys can actually look at the past activities, and all the events and notifications are also on there. So it's really great and exciting. The election is also coming up in April. We have not set a date yet, which we will soon do after the symposium is over. And the nominations are due in March. So we'll send out more details about those in a couple of days. We've also made the Leo District a 501c organization. And so for everyone who is really enthusiastic about us, you can donate to us and it's tax deductible. Thank you. Okay, so here are some of the projects that's ongoing. We've started a Leo tutoring and care online program. So this is kind of moving the in-person tutoring projects online after the pandemic hits. So the tutor part is for older kids, and the care part is actually for babysitting preschool and probably like first graders and second graders. So there's been a lot of crafting events that's associated with that. Also, the story time with Leos is about having Leos recording book reading and then posting them on the Leo YouTube channel. And so that's more targeted toward younger kids who are not able to read on their own. Another thing that's recurring is we have periodic food and supplies drive. It's for a children's hospital. And the first delivery was actually done in October, end of October. We delivered 18 boxes of non-perishable food, soaps and other cleaning supplies. And since it was like right before the Halloween, so we actually donated a lot of costumes and warm blankets for the winter and face shields for the medical workers since it's a hospital. So it's been great. You guys can check out the photos from these activities on the Leo District website. It's under the projects. And we've also completed some other one-shot events. For example, like during right before Thanksgiving, we actually had the Leos hand-drawn a lot of cards to send to the seniors living in senior centers. It was in 2 different senior centers. There was like a total of 380 hand-drawn cards sent out. It's really heartwarming. And then the seniors received them, was really excited about them because a lot of them were living alone. So it's quite lonely through this really difficult time. And in particular, it was sent to 2 senior centers. One is in San Bruno, the other one is in Cupertino. And I won't get into too much details about the other events because it was like seasonal. And then we also have like more seasonal events coming up. So for more information, please visit our website. So thank you. Welcome to the symposium.
Thank you, Lionina. Before we start the training program, we'll be showing the Quantum Auxilia Leo Club's video for some of the past volunteering activities they've done. Hey everyone, we're the Quantum Auxilia Leo Club, chartered in 2018. I'm Angela Lee, the founding president, And let me show you some of the volunteer activities we've done. Thanks for watching. We'll be doing even more in the future, so be sure to stay tuned. All right, now we're ready to start the Leo leadership training. So we'll be having our district's vice president, Leo Sophie McCurry, introduce Lion Kevin Guest.
District Leadership Co-Coordinator Lion Kevin Guest was the charter president of the Peninsula Veterans Lions Club from 2012 to 2014. Over the past 7 years, Lion Kevin has served our district in many roles. Lion Kevin is currently trustee of Lions Veteran Charities Incorporated, co-advisor of the Menlo Atherton High School Leo Club, and a candidate for the office of the second vice district governor. Please welcome Lion Kevin.
Wow, how do I follow that? Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for inviting me, participating in this symposium. When I got a call from Lion Nina, I basically said to her, I don't know what an old guy is supposed to tell all these brilliant kids. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our structure, what the expectation is, and what I believe you guys are already offering and bringing to the table. Thanks, honey. Hi, Tamara. Okay, so Leo Club structure. First part of Leo leadership training. Of course, you have your sponsoring club, and then your sponsoring club appoints a Leo advisor, and that Leo advisor works with the Leo Club officers, which include the president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer, and also any other officers that you may have depending on what your club structure looks like. Next slide, please. So Leo Club leadership. The success of each Leo's club depends on the dedication of its leaders, Leo officers' commitment to promoting the ideals of the Leo Club program results in pride and satisfaction for them. The Leo Club, the sponsoring Lions Club, and the community. Leo leaders make many decisions that will affect the success and future of the club. Being a good leader includes trustworthiness, the ability to communicate and inspire, knowledge of individual needs and interests of club members, acceptance of responsibility. All of these are important leadership traits. Good leaders are also fair, confident, energetic, knowledgeable, responsible. Strong Leo leaders form the foundation of successful Leo's clubs. And my favorite is inclusive. Next slide, please. Leo Club officer roles. Of course, we have the president, and that is a Leo who is elected by fellow club members. The president manages the club and board meetings, mentors other club's officers concerning their responsibilities, and includes all members in the decision-making process. Along with the club secretary, the president submits timely reports to the sponsoring Lions Club. Some of the other things that it's important for a president to do is really about learning how to establish and cultivate relationships with all Leos in his club. It's important that the president learns how to have fun and demonstrating having fun. Once again, you must be inclusive as a club president. The most important Leo in your club is that quiet Leo that's sitting over in the corner, or maybe just a little bit awkward, that hasn't found their legs yet and hasn't found their voice. And your ability to locate them and provide them a seat at the table is paramount in the growth and success of your club. Literally, keeping Leos happy is your greatest recruiting tool. Because when your Leo club members are out talking to other kids in school and they ask about the Leos club, are you going to be a president whose members say, they don't really include me much? Or are you going to be a president whose members go out and say, man, our president is cool. They always include me. I always have a seat at the table. They always find something for me to do. We do great service projects. That's the job, the principal responsibility of a Leo Club president. The second most important thing is training your replacement. And in many cases, that would be your vice presidents. Now, we fully understand that depending on the class or what grade your club members are may dictate if there's a natural ascension to the leadership roles. That's why it's important for all members of the Leo Club to be engaged in the roles of leaders, because you guys are already leaders. That way, when there can always be a smooth transition because everyone is aware of what the officer roles are. Now, the vice president is a Leo who assists the president throughout the year. The vice president assumes the duties of the president if the elected president cannot complete his term or if the president's not available for a meeting. It's important that the president work with the vice president because you are the de facto leadership team. It's important that you include the vice presidents in the decision-making process and let them know what your thinking is. And why is that important? Because in the event that you're not there, the message stays the same and the club continues to maintain cohesion. The role of the secretary is a Leo who maintains club's records and meeting minutes and submits those documents. I got to move my screen around. Thank you. Excuse me. A Leo is who made a secretary. Excuse me. A Leo who maintains club records and meeting minutes submits these documents to the sponsoring Lions Club on a regular basis. The secretary maintains a list of the officers, committee appointments, attendance records, and membership roster. The secretary is responsible for submitting the club Leo Club officers and membership report forms and the successful Leo Club project activity report. Basically, the secretary is the key to the club. The club cannot operate effectively without a strong secretary, and it's imperative that the secretary partner with the president to complete the task. She is the record keeper. Everything that the secretary does is basically an accounting of what your club does. Next slide, please. The club treasurer is a Leo who receives and deposits all money into one of two accounts, which must be kept separate. The administrative account, which contains dues and other monies raised from fellow club members. These funds support the administration of the club and other operating expenses, and the activity account, which contains money raised from public fundraising projects. These public funds must be used for charitable purposes as directed by club members. Now, in many cases, and in most cases, I believe you generally work with your parent club in establishing a bank account. Is that correct? I believe so. That's the way our club operates. And last, but most importantly, you have your board of director members. Leo's Club president, vice president, secretary, and treasury, and as many board members as you district or club chooses forms the Leo Club Board of Directors, and executes the business of the club and or district, including authorization of all club expenses. Now, the main key of the Board of Directors is you are the gatekeepers for the district and for your individual clubs. Your role is to support the president, hold the president and officers accountable to do their jobs. That is a very, very key component of being a board member. For the president and leadership, it's important that you work with your board to lay out your vision. Hopefully you're setting short-term goals and long-term goals, and you're partnering with your board to get the job done. Next slide, please. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about conducting exciting meetings, which I don't know. I've been to a lot of Leo meetings, and I think you guys do a great job of keeping interest up and exciting. However, I came up with a few key points that I wanted to talk about. And so the first one is engage. Are you greeting and encouraging member participation? As president and as club officers, you should be greeting every single member when they come, making sure that they feel welcome and making sure that they feel a part of. It is extremely important because that Leo that's left out, it may be the person that when he's asked, tells his friends that they didn't really take care of me, didn't really include me. We are a family, and anyone that shows up to serve is a part of this family. So we have to keep everyone engaged. Inquire. Ask or pull members to support their interests. Very great idea. It's important that you check in with your members to see what their wants and needs are. If a member has something he'd like to try and you empower that member to complete that and you come up with a project, you will have extremely happy members that will be gung-ho to do anything that you guys want to put on the table because they know when it's their turn, they'll get a shot to do what they like to do. Yes. Do you invite leaders or other presenters to speak? This is a very good idea to have, especially for your clubs that meet outside. Very good idea to be able to have presenters speak, whether it's Lion leaders like myself or the district governor, something you guys might want to learn about. You might want to learn about how to effectively do better service projects. You might want to learn about how to connect with some of the information that's on the LCI webpage. We are available as the Global Action Team to provide that service. Include, do you seek out that quiet or newer Leo to make them feel welcome and involved? If you notice something, my theme here is inclusion. And the reason that's so important is because a lot of times, even in Lions clubs, some people you know, some people you don't know. You're going to hang out with the people you know. As leaders, you have to go find the person that you don't know and engage them and get to know them, because that might be the person that comes up with the next great idea. That might be the next person that becomes a great and effective leader. And it's your mission to establish the next word, the culture that will carry forward your Leo Club moving forward. So take care of business portion of the meeting, have fun, and most importantly, grow together. So to conclude my presentation, I have a few questions you don't have to answer. But the first one is, are you engaging your members? And if so, how? Prepare them for future leadership roles. Next question. Will you develop and sustain an inclusive culture? How? By putting your club first. As leaders, it's not about you. It's about the club. And if you put the club first, when your time is done, you will be remembered for being a great leader that took care of his or her members. Next question. How will you help those shy or quiet Leo find their voice? How? By making sure they have a seat at the table. Your mission is to create an atmosphere where everyone who joins gets to serve. Service is the key to happy and successful Leos who will be glad to stay and honored to talk to anyone that'll listen about the great things that we do in this organization. And once again, it can and should be your greatest recruiting tool. I thank you so much for having me today. I am available at any time. Lastly, this is my last thing to remember you by. This is the first Leo District officers that happened about 5 years ago. This is the first year of our Leo District and their leaders. And I wanted to put this, and I hope you'll remember this: the success of each Leo club and your district depends on the dedication of its leaders. And that dedication has to be to your members. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Lion Kevin Guest. Our leadership team at Leo District 4C4 will definitely continue to dedicate ourselves to support all the Leos and all the clubs in the district. Before we continue the training, let's take a look at another Leo club, the Griffin Leo Club's activities. We hope that by showing everyone all these activities from different Leo clubs, that other Leos and Leo clubs will gain inspiration and hopefully do similar or even better activities in the future. So now we'll be continuing the leadership training. So Leo Andy Shu, the Secretary of Leo District 4C4, will be introducing Second Vice District Governor Lion John Hui.
The second Vice District Governor, Lion John Hui, was born in Thailand and came to the US at the age of 15. A San Bruno Lion since 1998, he served as president in 2015 to 2016, and also as the District Youth Protection Policy Chair and Cabinet Officer, as well as the region and zone chairs since 2016. Please welcome Second Vice District Governor, Lion John.
Well, hello, Leos. I am honored to be asked to come to your meeting tonight. Congratulations. I am very impressed with how you guys running meetings. Believe it or not, you are doing better than some of the Lions Club. A lot of our Lions are not as tech savvy as you are, and you are doing a wonderful job. You are already a leader. You will be the future leaders of the Lions when you become an adult. You're already doing YouTube video that will leave a legacy of a lifetime. Anytime anyone want to know what's the Griffin Leo's doing, they can YouTube it and we'll find out exactly what you did. So you just create a time capsule for yourself, and for many years to come, you will be able to go back and share what you've done, that you have left a legacy. The benefit of being a Leo right now for you, not only give you self-confidence. You're already here because you are service-minded people. But not only that, you're also gaining a life skill that you can carry you on for the rest of your life. And having a Leo advisor to help you will guide you along, so that ensure that you will continue to be successful. We would like to have you give a feedback when you can, so that us as a Leo advisor and the Lions Club, we need to have a two-way communication, not only from the top down. We need to know if you need help. We need to know if you are not doing well. Feel free to reach back to the Lions Club, your host club especially, and we will find a way to help you. Now today, am I okay to talk about the Youth Protection Program, or is that on a calendar schedule? While I'm here, I am chair of the District 4C4 Youth Protection Policy. What that means is that multiple District 4 Lions is aware of the needs to protect the youth, such as you are, and our own organizations. There's two ways. As a Lion, we are, so let me share some of the things that you may or may not already know. A Lion may not be alone with you in a room if they are not certified youth protection from the MD4. Did you know that they are not supposed to text you, communicate with you one-on-one because you are under 18? So some of these things are for you to know that what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. It's important to know how you will be protected. As I mentioned, I got a text. The multiple District 4 is the California Lion. This consists of 15 different districts, about 15 to 16,000 lions in entire California. We're doing this to protect not only our organization, but to protect you. So it's important to understand about it. If you want to find out more, please go on to Boy Scouts of America and take on the youth protection training. It will help you understand insight so that you know what to look for. Lastly, in the event that you know that something is inappropriate had happened in our organization, you need to report it. Don't worry about the proof. Let the police, let the authority do the proving. But if you see something, say something. It's important for yourself and for our organization. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Now we'll be learning about the service activities reporting from Leo Lion August Valera. Leo Andy will be introducing our guest speaker, Leo Lion August Valera.
Leo Lion August is one of the Lions District 4C4 Global Service Team Coordinators. A former Leo of 7 years, Lion August served as Leo Club Treasurer and Secretary, and was nominated by the district for Leo of the Year to multiple District 4 in 2011. Please welcome Leo Lion August.
Okay, sorry. I just requested access to control the slide, so I lost my mute button. Anyway, thank you for having me. So I'm Leo Lion August Valera, a former Leo and now a Lion. And I've sort of moved up pretty high on the steps of the district. Now I'm serving as the Global Service Team Coordinator. So I am one of two people that oversees all of the service reporting and services of Lions District 4C4. So just so goes to show how being a Leo and sort of stepping up outside of your comfort zone can move you on to the greater things. So I'm happy to present today about service reporting and how your club can be reporting service. But taking a step back, oops. Okay, so Lions Clubs International is our parent organization, or the parent organization of your sponsoring Lions Club. And we are the largest community service organization in the world currently. So we're larger than Rotary, we're larger than Kiwanis, we're larger than all of these other service organizations. We have over 1.42 million members. Oh, there we go. And 50,000 Lions Clubs. And we're in over 200 countries and geographical areas, and we really do serve. We've served 230 million people with over 207 volunteer hours, and that's over the year, and that with over 860,000 service activities. So you should be proud to be a member of the LEOS clubs, part of the Lions Clubs International, because we do a lot, and we're all over the world. We serve in many different ways. We're out there whenever there's a national disaster. We're out there doing all of these things, and it's really cool to be part of something larger than just your small Leo club. So be mindful of that. Now, how do we serve? Our global service causes. So Lions Clubs International started out with vision. That was our primary focus when in 1925, Helen Keller told us to become Knights of the Blind. Since then, we've spread our reach to 4 other global service causes, that being childhood cancer, diabetes, environment, and hunger. So over the past year, or over the past Lionistic year, that number that I mentioned earlier, breaking that down, we've served 7.4 million for childhood cancer, 13.4 million for diabetes, 37.2 million for environment, 54.1 for hunger, and 19.2 for vision. Of course, these are just what Lions Clubs International has decided is our core focus, but not all Lions Clubs are the same, just like not all Leo clubs are the same, and they don't all fit into these categories. So of course we have the other category, and let's see. All other is, more than all of those. 99.1 million is just from service activities that cannot be categorized into these 5. Now let's bring it down a little bit. We are Lions District 4C4. We are the Lions Clubs of San Francisco County, San Mateo County, and the city of Palo Alto. Our leader is who you heard from earlier, District Governor Fanny Chu of San Francisco Chinatown Lions Club. And our cabinet is down there below. You can see me, see if you can find me in my special cabinet uniform. So our district is comprised of 1,589 members, and this was taken maybe 2 days ago, so I don't know if that's accurate or to date. And we have 56 Lions Clubs, and over the last fiscal year, we served 375,000 people with over 24,000 volunteer hours and 835,000. Well, that number doesn't add up. I think it's the other way around. My bad. It's 24,000. 835, but not 1,000 service activities. That would make sense. But anyway, and yeah, that was over the last year. So we even on a local stage, like just within the San Francisco Peninsula, we're serving a lot, 375,000 people, and 24,000 volunteer hours. And so our local Lions Clubs are hard at work. And I'm not gonna read out all of these numbers, but that's broken down to our global service causes again. A lot of people, or you can see that even locally, our reach is quite wide, and we have a variety of different service projects. Although we do focus a lot on hunger, because hunger and food insecurity, as you know, is a big problem in the San Francisco Bay Area. And of course, a majority of our projects are also just cannot be categorized into one of the 5. Now, what am I talking to you today about? I'm talking about service reporting. And so why did I start out with these all these statistics? One, they're nice to know, they're good numbers, and it's sort of impressive to hear about our district for maybe some of your Leos or Leo clubs that haven't really heard from outside of your individual Leo club or your sponsoring Lions club. But the reason why I'm talking to you today or showing these numbers is because actually I lied. So these numbers are incorrect. And why is that? That's because only 47,000 or 47% of Lions clubs in the district actually submitted even a single service report. So, you know, maybe it's not all even, but realistically, like this probably only like half of the service that we've been doing as Lions clubs. And then when you take that a bit sort of on a higher level, see if this works. 62% of Lions clubs in multiple District 4. So that's within the state of California. Only 62% of Lions clubs are reported, and 58% overall. So it's not great numbers. So we really aren't seeing the full picture of what Lions clubs can do. Like we haven't uncapped our full potential yet. And talking about Leos, last year, again, that's 11% of all Leo clubs in the district. So 2 clubs reported a service activity, and 20% of all Leo clubs internationally. So even worse. So why should we report? I mean, maybe it's obvious, but we need to measure our impact. We really want to know how we are serving or how much we are serving so we can accurately tell that and we can use it to get new members. Come on. Okay, well, that was too far. Next, we want to identify ways to work together. If you can see that a Leo club reports an activity and you think that it's a good idea, of course, you can bring it up at your district meetings. But if you're by looking at just the reports, you can see what Leo clubs are doing and how you can look for support to work together. And lastly, bringing attention to our great work. And that really goes back to, I mean, you know, one of the main benefits of being a part of the Leo Club and this sort of organization that's pretty well known is that you can put it on your college apps. If you take up a leadership position, or if you become a committee officer or a committee chair, if your president appoints you as a committee chair, you can put that on your college apps, and you can say that you not only that you were a chair of a committee of a program that's like reading books to kids, but exactly how many kids and over what time period. You know, like these metrics are good to know. So let's talk about service reporting. Well, first off, who is responsible for reporting? For Leo Club, the core Leo officers who can report are just the president, the secretary, or your Leo advisor. But that doesn't mean that everyone else can stop listening right now, because again, like I talked about, like the committee chair example, really every Leo, or you should delegate these tasks. Like it shouldn't just be the president and the secretary doing all the work in the Leo's club. You have directors, you have all of these other officer positions. They should be helping out, and they should be making it easy for the secretary and the president to report these things. So everyone should know, because maybe the president and secretary aren't at the service project this time. So everyone should know what needs to be reported. And for that, it's pretty simple. It's just the name, date, time, location, you know, all straightforward, and then metrics. And for the metrics, what we collect are number of people served, amount of funds donated or raised, and this is sort of optional if your service project is not something directly serving, but is collecting money or donating money. The number of volunteers, the number of Leos who are part of the project, number of volunteer hours, how many collectively those Leos worked. And lastly, the community impact. This is a long form, like a text box where you can just type in what you did, like what services you provide, what you donated, etc. So now, where and how to report your service. So this is, you know, this is the meat of it here. And the answer is My Lion. So what is My Lion? Well, it's a mobile app and it's also a website. Today we're going to talk mostly about the website. So first off, you're not alone. There is a guide that's pretty accessible and has screenshots and arrows to show you how to report service. So first, you'd want to go to lionsclubs.org/service reporting. And I assume that the slides and this recording will be made available later. So don't feel pressured to write it down right now. You're going to scroll down to tools and resources, and you're going to look for this guide and save it to your computer. Looks like this: how to report and celebrate service. And next I have a screenshot of, if you go to that page, that URL that I just posted, or that I showed earlier, and then it'll be right here on the left side. So I'm going to do a quick speed run of the guide and pretty much just take the clips out of the pictures of the guide and show you how exactly, or how easy it is to make a report. So first, you go to lionsclubs.org. You're going to click on member login at the top with a big red arrow. And I didn't add these arrows. These arrows are in the guide, so it's very, very clear. You're going to log in with your Lion account. You're going to click on the My Lion app on the left side, and you can see that there are other apps available for you to use within your Lion account. You're going to click Report Past Activity at the top. Oh, and if you missed that, there was also the page where you can see your total service for the whole year for your club. Next, you're going to click on the Report button at the top right, and you're going to fill out the form. So pretty straightforward. And all those screenshots are in the PDF of that guide that I just mentioned. Now, it seems simple, but you might have noticed that I skipped over something pretty critical, and something that will be blocking you from completing the steps, and that is the Lion account. So what is a Lion account, and how do you get it? Any registered Lion or Leo can create an account. And by registered, I mean any Lion or Leo who is listed on your club's membership roster. So now I'm not talking about just officers, like not just the president and secretary. Any Lion or Leo can create an account. And what is it used for? Well, depending on your role, you may be able to add, remove members, and manage club members' contact information. That's through MyLCI, and that's for your secretary and your president. You can view and report service activities, what I'm talking about today. You can order club supplies, pins, shirts, awards, etc., and more. And you can see that link if you want to see exactly what more there is. So getting a Lion account, what do you need to create the account is pretty much three things: member ID, date of birth, and the email or phone number that you registered when you filled out your Leo form, or whatever is available on your club roster. And remember, everything must match your club roster. So if any information out of these three are incorrect, then you're going to have to ask your secretary to update it. Also, that member ID, you might not know it off the top of your head, or you might have never been told it. So you'd have to ask either your Leo secretary or your Leo advisor for assistance in getting that information. But that's all you need. You just fill that in, and then you can create an account. Okay, and I'm almost done. Just a few sort of miscellaneous items or common questions that I get. Joint projects. How do you report a joint project? So for a joint project in between a Lions and a Leos club, say a project that your sponsoring Lions clubs helps you with, to be counted by each club must submit their own report for credit and split the service in. So if you've served how many kids, and Lion Nina, your advisor, was helping you with that project, then either her club would give and think of as part of your club. But if you're helps you with a project and the Leos club is involved in that, and you serve 100 people, you need to cut that in some way, like 50-50, or maybe the Lions will be nice and let your whole Leo club be the one to report the service, and then the other club would just report 0. But you can't double report how many people you've served. Like if there's only 100 people, you really should only put up to 100 within both reports. So that's one question. And of course, a lot of your projects this year have been district projects. So when there are multiple Leo clubs involved, it can be called a district project. And in that case, no Leo club reports that, but the district reports it on behalf of the district itself. And so there's a similar reporting structure. Your Leo district secretary also has the same access as the club secretary to report activities on behalf of the district. And lastly, just a few more resources. So some links for you. So on the district level, at the very top, this is what we call our digital resource library on the Lions District website. You can go to lions4c4.org, look at the library, and then go to club reporting. And that has all the information regarding how to create a Lion account, how to report service, and other reporting sort of requirements, like officer reporting. That's beyond the scope of this presentation. Next, we have my email, or the service team coordinator, but I also have a co-chair. And our shared email is service@lions4c4.org. And you can contact us there if you have any questions regarding service reporting. And the third one, of course, the link to your Leo District website. And you don't need the www. You can just go to leos.lions4c4.org. For service report or for international regarding service reporting, again, that link that I showed earlier, lionsclubs.org/service-reporting, where you can get that guide. And also there's a Facebook group, My Lions Support. And that has a lot of LCI staff hangs around there. So if you have a question or an issue, like an actual technical issue using My Lion, you can go there and post there and they can respond. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time. Here information if you want to ask me a question personally. And lastly, here's a picture of me as a Leo at the international convention in Busan, South Korea. And then here's me as a lion now. So I'm what you call a Leo lion. And I'm sure that Lion Elise will have more to talk about Leo lionism later. Thank you.
Hi, it's Leo Advisor Michael Kelly with Millbrae Leos. You have a moment?
Yeah.
Hi. Great presentation. Thank you very much. I'm a relatively new advisor into the group. Very proud of the Millbrae Leos. One point you mentioned is that the president or the secretary or the advisor can do the reporting. I just want to make sure it's only one person should be reporting for the club though, right? That all three of us, Daphne and David and myself, shouldn't each report. Do I have that right?
Yes, that's correct. So it's same with like the membership reporting. All three of you have access, but ideally it really is the responsibility of the Leo secretary. The Leo president is able to do it as sort of as a backup. Same with how the Leo president can edit, member information, add, drop members, and you can as well. You two are sort of the backup to that, but really the Leo secretary is the one. Although it also depends on how your club structures itself, your club your way. You can decide that you want to do it, Lion Michael. If you want to volunteer to be reporting all the activities, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, one report for club, and you'll be able to see all the reports for your club. You can see if someone else has reported something.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Anything else? Well, if not, if you think of anything later, again, my email is over there. And thank you for your time.
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
So there's one Leo club, and so all the members have individual can have an account, and then you can anybody can see your own club information.
Yes, so it depends on the permission set for the service activity, but in general, any Leo can make an account and anyone can access My Lion and they can see the reports that are filed. Now, only those three people that I mentioned previously can actually file the reports and edit the information. But actually, not just your Leo clubs, but anyone around the world can see these reports. So you can also use that as a reference. Like you can search up other clubs in the district, other clubs in California, other clubs internationally, and see what they're up to. And you can click on it and you can see how many people they serve, like all the information that I presented previously, and pictures. That's another thing. We like it when you put pictures on your service activity report because it adds personal touch.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Leo, Lion, August, Valera. Hopefully all the Leo clubs will be able to report all their awesome volunteering works from now on, and we can inflate those really insane numbers even more. So also, now that we're on the topic of awesome volunteer works, let's show some of the Menlo Atherton High School Leo clubs volunteering activities.
The MA Leo Club is part of the youth section of the Lions International Club, which is the largest service organization in the world. We are committed to helping our community. Every year, we plan and attend many service events. Events include game nights, cookie decorating, barbecues, and a giving tree at the Menlo Park Veterans Association, working at Stanford concession stands, the Menlo Park and Hillview Relay for Life, the Crop Walk, the Encinal Science Fair, and Trick or Treat Street. This upcoming year, we are looking forward to expanding our horizons and participating in more virtual events. Over the summer, we've held our first virtual art and science camp with elementary schoolers. In addition to our annual events, we have planned new events this year, including a new partnership with Redis Labs to do quarterly events like gingerbread house making with employees' kids. We will also do outreach to first responders, donate candy to the Ravenswood School District, collect cans for Second Harvest Food Bank, collect holiday gifts and cards for the veterans, and participate in a beach cleanup.
Now we'll be moving on to Leo grant applications, and Leo Alyssa
Today,
Chu.
Leo Club is part of the youth section of the
Oop, all right. Leo Alyssa Chu will be introducing First Vice District Governor, Dr. June Valera.
Okay, so first Vice District Governor Dr. June Valera is the head of the Valera family unit, which is composed of himself, Lion Louisa, Leo Lion August, and Leo Lion Tessa. Lion Dr. June joined the San Francisco FILAM Lions Club in 2004. He will be the first district governor from his home club during his club 50th charter anniversary, and this will be this coming July 1st, 2021. Lion Dr. June is passionate on the youth service, being a past Leo's Club advisor and youth exchange chair. He is a physician and surgeon and clinical instructor of surgery at UCSF. He mentors pre-med students wanting to pursue medicine. Fellow Leos and Lions, please welcome our first district governor, Dr. June.
Thank you very much, Leo, Alisa. Please, okay, so it's nice to be with young people. It makes you young. And anyway, age is only a number. What is important is how we feel. So I'm going to talk about grants, Leo grants, and there are two types of Leo grants that I'm going to talk to. It is service grant and the Leo leadership grant. So we have to know what is the difference between grant and loan. Grant, you don't have to pay back. Loan, you have to pay back. So we prefer grant. Leo service grant. Next slide, please. So there's a, if you go to the Lions website, thelionsclub.org, and you can see the applications, and you can see there's an application process. So first is, next slide, please. Let's discuss first the service grant. So I will make it, if we read this, simple. So it's the service grant is used to serve our community, and you apply this grant to the Lions Club International Foundation, and there are, however, criteria, and grants should be awarded up to $2,500 per district, up to $5,000 for multiple district, that is California level. In some areas of impact like diabetes, environment, hunger, vision, and childhood cancer. Next slide, please. So here are the eligible projects should be. It should be service focused opportunities like the 5 that I mentioned a while ago. Then it should be Leo implementation. And there should also be involvement of Lions as partners. Next slide. However, there is also things that are not eligible, like payment for membership dues or reserve funds or other things like you give to other organization or award scholarship or giveaways or financial assistance to somebody else or covering recurrent fees and purchase of consumable items. Next slide, please. So what are the Lions Club International give us example of these grants. So again, diabetes, environment, hunger, vision, childhood cancer, and also emergency and disaster preparedness. Next slide. Education, health and wellness, community revitalization. Next slide, please. So again, to simplify the criteria, it's 2,500, 5,000. The LEO should be involved. And this grant should be applied to the LCIF. And it is one grant per district every year. So the chance of getting, if you apply, it's better rather than not applying at all. Next slide. So next slide, please. So when you apply this grant, the LCIF grant specialist will review your application. So they will tell you what to do. If there are some issues or problems, they will tell you to help you. Next slide. So again, this is the application process. If you have, as a LEO club, you develop or you have an idea what project is, then you apply, then the LCIF will receive it, they studied it, and they will approve it. Then later on, they will give you the money. Then you have to report. There's a progress report and completion report. So everything is all documented, like receipt, etc. Next slide, please. So that is the LEO Leadership Grant. Another grant is the Leadership Grant. So the first one we discussed a while ago is the service. Now it's the Leadership Grant. So Leadership Grant has a goal to develop LEO's leadership skills, the areas of project management, communication, teamwork, creativity, innovation, planning, community services projects. So this is an example of the leadership grant. Next slide. So there is also example of the leadership LEO leadership grant is once you have a example is this leadership training. Just what you are doing right now. This is an example of a leadership, leadership training. So you have to submit your goal, conference, format, agenda, the planning committee compositions, and the reason why affects the leadership training, the involvement of your district or the multiple district, and the expected number of Lions or LEOs or guests in attendance, the age range of LEOs, location, PR, marketing coverage, other sources or funding. I make this very simple, but in applying for a leadership grant, in fact, this, for example, in the one, what is your goal? Tell me your goal, step by step. So it's easy on this leadership grant. Next slide, please. So again, this is an example that I have mentioned a while ago. Next slide. So this is a little bit, I don't know how to, this is the application process. When you apply, you have to identify your Leo club, your Leo advisor, your district governor. Next slide, please. So again, there is an instruction on how to submit or fill up this application. Next slide, please. However, since this time of COVID pandemic, there was a conference. What we're discussing a while ago is about this leadership training in a hall or in a hotel, something like that. But so it's a little bit complicated at this point in time. But however, they created this Leo leadership grant during COVID. So you can still apply the leadership grant using this payment on the webinar platforms, online survey and voting tools, and digital. Again, same thing, you can apply it, but using what we are using right now. So how much you pay for the Zoom, how much you, etc., or your publicity. So if you apply for this, the grant specialist will help you. And if you create mistake, they will make sure that you are doing the right thing. Again, there are a lot of money that is available. All you have to do is apply. There's another one that I haven't mentioned that you can also apply for service or leadership grant. And separate from the LCIF, because this is LCIF. We have our MD4 or California Lions Foundation. So you can also apply on that. So there's no harm in trying, because, you know, if you do services to your community, it always involves funds. And we are here to help you, the Leo advisor or the district Leo advisor or any cabinet members. We are willing to help you. Let us know if you need help. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, First Vice District Governor Dr. June Valera. So the next item on our agenda is Moving Up the Ladder by Leo Lion Elise Kratzer. Unfortunately, she couldn't come for the entire symposium today because she goes to Princeton on the East Coast and it's very late over there. So we'll be playing a recorded video instead of hearing her speak live, unfortunately. And I'll also be introducing her. So Leo Lion Elise loves being involved in Lions Clubs International. She was the founder and president of the Menlo Atherton High School Leo Club, the president of Leo District 4C4, and the international advisory panelist representing Constitutional Area 1, which is the United States. And now we'll be playing her video.
Hi everyone, I'm Elise Kratzer, and I want to give you guys a big welcome to the Leo District 4C4 Symposium. So I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about moving up the ladder through Lions Clubs International. And so I was just going to start with giving you guys a bit of background on myself and my involvement in LCI, some of my favorite things that I've done through my different roles, and just some general tips about how to get more involved in Lions Clubs International if you guys are interested. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Menlo Atherton High School Leo Club. So I founded that club as a freshman in August of 2015, and me and my fellow original board members, we decided it would be awesome to have a theme for our club. So we focused on helping the veterans and getting low-income kids involved in STEM. Now, I highly recommend that your clubs or even the district as a whole chooses a theme theme, because I really think it can help in terms of engaging members and recruiting members who are really interested in what you guys focus on. So if your club or if the district as a whole, even, I know I've talked to Angela about this a little bit, wanted to come up with a theme, I think it's super important, first off, to get feedback from all of the members over what you guys are most passionate about, and then to go from there. I just think that with service, obviously there's so many wonderful opportunities out there and so many directions and types of people and types of things you guys can do, that sometimes having a theme and kind of narrowing your focus a little bit can help you become even more creative in serving the groups of people that you're setting out to serve. So I think that is super awesome. And then some of the projects that the Menlo Atherton High School Leo Club did was participated in Menlo Atherton's huge canned food drive for Second Harvest Food Bank. We volunteered at Tech Challenge Days at the San Jose Tech Museum of Innovation. We ran science fair experiments at Encinal Elementary School. We helped out at Relay for Life. We donated and raised money for Swap Socks to help prevent blindness, and also did Special Olympics. So as you can see, all those things I just listed are actually a variety and don't really relate to the theme. But our main focuses were, as I said, helping veterans. And then some of those things I just listed are all about the STEM, such as the Tech Challenge. For veterans, we did big virtual giving trees for veterans, and also did some more holiday events like Valentine's Day, for example. The second way I got really involved in Lions Club International is I remember speaking with someone named Dina Zhang, who was then president at the time of a different Leo club in our district. And we met and had a great time, and were sharing kind of what our two clubs were up to. And we just thought it would be wonderful if there was a way for clubs to kind of communicate and work as a team. So that's when we kind of revitalized the Leo District 4C4 board. At that time, there were 17 active Leo clubs, which was awesome. And so we kind of brought everyone together, formed a leadership team, and really researched into what makes a district, what is a Leo district comprised of. And some of our highlights is that we organized a trip with 25 Leos in our district to New York City for LDUN, which is Lions Day with the United Nations, the conference at the actual United Nations in New York City. And that was absolutely wonderful. And I think Leos really grew through that in terms of going on a trip and getting to meet Leos and Lions from all over the world. And that was just absolutely incredible. We also did a big Northern California fire aid drive over the year. So in total, I think we donated almost $10,000 in physical supplies and Red Cross. And we would drive up tons of minivans to all the areas in California that have been impacted by fires these past few years. So that was wonderful. And then too, the whole district eventually became part of what Menlo Atherton originally created, which was that virtual giving tree for the veterans. So obviously, like, I started out at Menlo Atherton High School Leo Club. I was really involved, and I met this Leo named Dina, and then some other Leos from other clubs, and that's how the district kind of started to go up and running again. And then too, I was doing some research, and I heard from some of my awesome advisors at the Peninsula Veterans Lions Club about this role called the Leo Club Program Advisory Panel. And what this panel has is it has 31 panels in total that serve as representatives and ambassadors for the Leo Club program. I was one of 16 Leos on the international panel, and I was one of the 2 Leo representatives from the USA. And this was absolutely wonderful because I was appointed to play a critical role in the growth and development of the Leo Club program throughout all 7 constitutional areas. So my role was to attend conferences and forums in the United States, gather feedback from Leos and Lions, and help advise Lions Clubs International, the nonprofit board, how to make appropriate policy changes to engage Leos and better support Leos in our service mission. And it was absolutely incredible because through that program, there's this awesome travel reimbursement package that actually allows me to travel and meet my fellow panelists at conferences. I spoke to over 100 attendees at Lions Clubs at the Lions Day at the United Nations. Met so many people and just had wonderful experiences and encounters, and helped learn how to improve the Leo Club program. And that was 2 years. That was a 2-year role. And I think that is definitely one of the highest level roles that a young Leo can serve and really have direct contact with Lions Club International. And so that was absolutely wonderful. And I still have just so many memories from that. My position finished June of my senior year of high school, so June of 2019. And currently, I am advisor for Leo District 4C4. So I've met with Angela and some of our board members, kind of giving my perspective and helping out as ever I can. And I am also now a Leo Lion of the Peninsula Veterans Lions Club, which I love because that is the club that has supported me from day one, all the way back when I was a young freshman at Menlo Atherton High School. And I would say there are just so many ways you guys can become more involved with Lions Club International. It doesn't have to be through these big, bold titles or officer roles. I think those are great, especially when you actually do all the work and really lead and make an impacting everlasting change as an officer. But I think that everyone can get more involved through whatever role you have, whether that be creating a new program or event for your high school Leo club, kind of advising on what the theme should be, recruiting new members, managing social media. You guys can all get involved. And I think especially now, given the current pandemic we're in and are going to continue to be in for the foreseeable future, I think that service is a great, healthy way to give back. And there are just more people than ever that are in need right now. And I just want to say too, my door is always open. So please always shoot me an email, shoot me a text. If you guys want to meet with me one-on-one, I'm happy to meet with any Leo Lion, and kind of dig deeper into my experiences and further advise on how you guys can get involved. I would say, just again to clarify, the first thing is engagement in whatever role you guys are in, right? Really being engaged, get to know your fellow Leos, and even more importantly, get to know your fellow advisors, because there's so many wonderful Lions out there who have so much experience, and many Lions have been involved in Lions Clubs International for so many years and know the transition. And then two, if you want an even larger role, look into the district. I'm sure that they could always use help. And I think too, a great way to always get involved is to think by yourself and propose a new idea, or come with a fellow Leo from your club and propose a new idea so you can really make an impact and take on some responsibility and help out the current leaders. I think that's awesome. And there are also so many opportunities internationally with Lions Clubs International. And for me, being an international citizen is so important because I value culture and languages and people from diverse backgrounds. And I think that Lions Clubs International is just a great way to get exposure to so many types of people from so many different backgrounds. Lions Clubs International, especially the Leo part of the website, just recently got revamped, so it's much more user-friendly now. So I really highly encourage all of you guys to spend some time, maybe 30 minutes, an hour, whenever you have free time, exploring the Leo website and check out all of the opportunities. There's conferences, there's forums you guys can attend right now, all virtually, so it's even easier. You don't have to worry about finances and applying for funding, so you guys can get funded. There's just so many great opportunities. There's the Leo speaker contest, which I also participated in, that I spoke about last meeting a little bit. Again, reach out to me if you guys have any questions or want advice in structuring your speech, for example. There's just so many ways to get involved in Lions Clubs International and further your personal growth and benefit your community. Thank you guys so much for having me tonight. I wish I could be there in person, but I'm on the East Coast time and in school right now. But again, I hope the symposium goes amazing. You guys are in wonderful hands with your current Leo leaders and line advisors. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that wonderful speech, Leo Line Elise. In our future district meetings, we'll definitely be discussing and implementing the ideas you've discussed with both me and all of the other board members. And like Elise was saying earlier, the Leo district really welcomes and loves any sort of new ideas that you might have for volunteering projects, and anything like that. So now we'll be moving on to Leo opportunities, starting with youth exchange. And we'll be having Leo Daphne Situl introduce our guest speaker, Leo Lion Paul Kawili.
Leo Lion Paul Kawili is a member of the San Francisco Phil M. Lions Club, serving as the advisor of the Griffin's Leos Club. Formerly a Leo himself, he has held the position of Griffin's Leos Club president from 2013 to 2014. Now he is a co-chairman of the Youth Exchange Program for District 4C4. Please welcome Leo Lion Paul.
Thank you, Daphne. As you guys heard, I was past president of the Griffin's Leos Club. As you saw from the Griffin's videos, you saw a lot of me in those, my old past fashion styles and half those pictures. But I've been part of the club for a long time, and I've been part of the Youth Exchange for a long time as well. So I will be talking about the Youth Exchange, what it is, and my personal experience being a host family and an exchange student going to the country. Next slide, please. Okay, starting out with the origins. So from 2015 to 2017, I was part of the welcoming committee, which is going to the airport, welcoming these students in from different countries. The very first time we did this, we were there from 9 a.m. all the way to 12 midnight because, you know, people's flights get canceled or they get delayed, and different time slots from different countries. So yeah, what I did mostly was we were, me and other of our Leos were as cultural connectors, or we were being like exchange for different cultures, seeing what life is like here and over there, comparing with the different youths from around the globe. Also act as part of a tour guide whenever we went into the city, show them parts of like the Golden Gate Bridge, Golden Gate Park, downtown, museums, all that. So in these pictures, these are from 2015 Europe and Japan. I don't remember which ones are which, but I can guarantee you that I am in each of these pictures. Next slide, please. And then 2018 to 2019. Now, this is the first time that I decided to become a host parent. Lion Dr. June actually pushed me to become a parent because we had a lot of students coming over and some of them weren't getting enough host families. So I decided, like, I've had pretty much enough experience for this. So I stepped up to the bat and I said, I'll host one person. So 2018, which the picture is to the left, that was the most we've had from Japan. There was more than 10 students, I think. I hosted the only boy. We need more boys in a youth exchange to come over from different countries. And they all stayed at one, most of them stayed at one Lion's house, and the other ones were split up. To the right was the most recent one, 2019's. We had only 3 in the SF Phil Am district, or the SF Phil Am club. So some of these kids are first time in the US. Some of them don't speak any English. Some of them do speak English. So that's one thing to look out for. And as a Leo club, I highly suggest to you guys that if your club is hosting a youth exchange student, get involved with that. Really connect with them because they come from a country that they probably never experienced US life or never been to the US. So it's really important that they have that connection, so they're not living off of what they see in movies and stuff, because, you know, that's nothing like the Breakfast Club. Okay, next slide, please. So again, 2018, 2019 were my first years hosting as a youth exchange parent, or I should say brother, because my mom's technically the parent. So the first one's in the Sacramento. We were at the Capitol building with my first host brother and my second host brother here at SF International. So I also did beginning translating work because I do speak some Japanese to a conversational aspect. Next slide, please. So 2019 was actually my first time being a youth exchange student since I was getting up to the age of the cutoff. So I believe we do, I think, age 15 or 16 all the way up to age 21 in the US. So for the US, that's to send out and receive, I think, or it was different. But the way it happens is depending on what camp you go to, you spend 2 weeks with a host family and 1 week at camp, at a youth camp with other kids from around the globe, from other Lions clubs, which I'll explain later on. So in my case, I was split up 1 week with one host family, 1 week with another host family. You can go 2 weeks with one host family, or you can go like 3 days with one host family and then another with some other one. It depends on who's able to take you in for how long. So this is just my experience. I had a welcoming party. I went to different restaurants. I went to a jinja for the first time, which is the Shinto religion. And yeah, it was just really fun knowing how they live and how life is different over there. Next slide, please. And then this is the youth camp. So the youth camp is basically something that the Lions Club from the country that you would want to go to puts on for kids around the globe to go convene and experience the country in which they're staying at. either before, after, or during the stay with the host family. So in my case, this was right after my first week with my first host family. And they do various things in terms of their culture. They'll bring you to, like, in my case in Japan, they brought us to temples. They brought us to older buildings. They brought us to the city. We've done other various stuff around there, experiencing what life is like over there. They even took us to Disneyland. That was mind blowing. I didn't think we'd go to Disneyland. I was surprised to see that on the agenda, and it was very hot. It's very hot. It's very important to know how to dress where you're going. They advise that. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about what I can do, what you can do to be a part of the youth exchange program, either being a host parent, a host family, getting involved with the program with just showing them around where you live, or going to the country, feel free to contact me. We weren't able to do it last year and now this year because, well, obvious reasons of the coronavirus. So yeah, thank you for having me and speaking, or for me speaking. Yeah.
Thank you for coming. We'll be finishing with the Youth Leadership Institute, and I'll be introducing Lion Margaret Lee. A retired outstanding teacher from San Francisco Unified School District, Lion Margaret Lee has been with Lions since year 2000. Over the 21 years, Lion Margaret held countless Lions Club, district, regional, and zone positions and received numerous awards. She's currently on the Multi-District 4 Youth Outreach Committee. She's here to educate us on Youth Leadership Institute tonight. Please welcome Lions Lifetime member, Lion Margaret. Are you muted?
Lion Margaret, you may need to check which microphone is enabled for your Zoom session because it does not look like you're muted, but we don't hear you.
Lion Margaret, we still can't hear you. Yeah. While we're waiting for Lion Margaret Lee, we can skip to the Millbury Leo Club's final club video.
Hey, Cayenne, why did you need me today?
Oh, hey, David, let me show you my presentation. So what do these have in common?
I don't know.
Plastic.
Oh, well, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, we are filming a video for our plastic bench project.
Oh, you mean that thing where the Millbury Leos Club is partnering with Trex Lumber to provide a plastic recycling program where the goal is to collect a minimum of 500 pounds of plastic? Then Trex Lumber will give the city of Millbury one plastic bench for every 500 pounds collected?
Hold on, David. You can't just jump into the script like that.
Why?
We have to say a joke or something to lighten up the mood.
Well, do you have a joke?
No.
Oh, I have one. What do you call a plastic artist?
What?
Vincent Van Lego.
That was not funny.
Anyways, do you know what happens to the plastic after gathered?
After plastic is gathered together, it is then transported to the grocery distribution center. Plastic is baled and then loaded on a trailer to be shipped to Trex for recycling. Finally, after 500 pounds of plastic, we will receive a bench made out of plastic lumber.
Wow, That bench looks so cool. But we have to start collecting. What can be recycled for this project?
I'm glad you asked.
Diane?
Some examples of plastics that can be recycled from your local stores include produce bags, ice bags, and store bags. Plastic that can be recycled from your pantry includes Ziploc bags and other reclosable bags, cereal box bags, case overwrap bags, and more. Plastics that can be recycled from your front door include newspaper sleeves, dry cleaning bags, bubble wrap, and plastic e-commerce mailers.
Some examples of plastics that cannot be recycled are candy wrappers, degradable or compostable bags, chip bags, paper envelopes with bubble wrap, plastic film, gloves and other protective wear, mylar bags, Tyvek bags, polypropylene, six-pack rings, frozen food bags, and pre-washed salad mix bags.
Okay, now I have all my plastic. What should I do now?
Well, you can drop off your plastic at 406 Palm Avenue, Millbrae, which is Lion Ann's house. We are also working on having more drop-off locations in more public spaces. The deadline to drop off your plastic is June.
Great. Well, we should drop off the plastic to your house now.
Well, we should.
Make sure to put your plastic in these bins located outside her house.
For more information, visit this link. And if you have any questions, reach out to us at our email, president@millbraeleosclub.org.
Every bit of plastic would contribute to our cause.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Margaret, is it working now?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, great. Okay, that must be a Zoom test. Got it. Okay. Good evening, Lion District Governor Fanny Chu, District 4C4 Leo President Angela Lee, Leo District Advisor Nina Tang, fellow Lions, Leo advisors, officers, and honor guests. What have people been saying regarding our Youth Leadership Institute? Well, if you refer to our website, you would see compliments such as the following. From Lion Timothy Griggs, he stated that Leos all enjoy the beautiful facilities at Teresita Pines and the great food served by a professional staff in the fresh mountain air. We look forward to our next stay. The Institute commended was our annual MD4 Youth Leadership Institute held in 2017. That was the 4th year at Lions camps at Teresita Pines. Over 150 Leos, advisors, staff, and leadership class presenters attended. The Institute is sponsored by our MD4 Youth Outreach Committee and the MD4 Global Leadership Team. The camp is a great learning experience for the Leos of California as they participate in training classes such as public speaking, focus on fun, project planning, and conflict resolution. Classes are interspersed with activities that are designed to give the youth experience in working together with their peer groups while having lots of fun. Having that being said, shall we have this Youth Leadership Institute this year? The answer is definitely yes. However, due to the fact that we're still under the COVID pandemic period, we need to be watchful with our safety, especially for our Leos. Therefore, this year we shall have the Institute virtually. The planning and much work have been done. Committee members have been met. For example, Lion MD4 Youth Outreach Committee member Melanie Hunter indicated that there has been much effort asserted behind the scenes to determine dates of availability of presenters. Based on their response, May 7 to 9, 2021 was chosen as the best date. So this year, our Youth Leadership Institute dates are May 7 to 9, 2021. The invited speakers will include PDG Norm McDonald, PC Liz Crook, Leo to Lions Maddie Barry and Maddie Hutchison, and Council Chair Claudia Miller, who will do the closing. Lion Mary Hernandez also indicated interest to participate. sharing an idea based on the Institute theme. The theme will be based on selected topic. Related activities will be implemented accordingly. Leos will be provided a list of items to secure to later present during the virtual event. After the registration, which will not have a fee attached, that means it's free. The Leo will get a letter of what to do on hand. Also planned is a virtual campfire, short skits, and possibly showing a film. In conclusion, the Youth Leadership Institute is a signature activity of our MD4. It is another way for you, all young scholars, to develop your LEO, leadership, experience, and opportunity. Register early and invite your classmates and friends. See you in May and at other Lion and Leo meetings and events. If you need any assistance or information, please contact us. We're here to serve.
Thank you, Lion Margaret. I have another long chain of thank yous coming up, so everybody buckle up, I guess. Thank you everyone for making this symposium possible. Thank you Leo District 4C4 board members and advisors for working tirelessly to make this event a success. Thank you to all the guest speakers and all the Lions and Leos for coming. We hope this evening has been really fun and fruitful for all of you. For the Leo advisors and Leos visiting from other districts, we look forward to collaborating with you in the future. And thank you to all the Lions District 4C4 officials and Leo advisors for your continuous support and guidance. I really appreciate all the passion I've seen here tonight. As Henry Ford once said, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is success. Today is a beginning for us, so let's continue working together to achieve more success and help even more people. Thank you. Also, before you leave, please turn on your cameras if you can for some group pictures.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you. A great presentation.
Thank you, Angela.
I am from
Thank you,
4C4.
Nina. It's nice.
Very nice, yes.
Very, very nice.
I learned something. You're teaching us something, the big leaders, the big lions.
You're right.
Yes.
I learned something too.
Yes.
You're right. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See you next time.
See you in May. Register. Well done. Well done, Leos. So
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
Thank you so much, Angela, for inviting us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
The chance to chat with you guys.
Mm.
Expecting big things from you guys. What a great group of young lions coming up. We are excited for you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.